Simon Preston. Good evening, good morning, good afternoon, wherever you are across this globe. Buenos dias, buenas tardes, buenas noches, bonne nuit, bonsoir, bonjour, bon dia, ohayo gozaimasu, delima gejo guruma kekore, namaste. Everyone, thank you very much for tuning in, and welcome to Reggae Boyz Commentary. Thank you so much for tuning in to another video on this channel. Really appreciate your love and support. Yes, we are live. So, this is your opportunity, Reggae Boyz fans, to put in your comments, your questions below, and I'll do my best to get back to them as soon as possible after I've finished my preamble. As we do every single Thursday, we have that sort of a presence, so you all can look forward to that, and we can get the show rolling in a sense. So let's go. So many of you would have seen or spoken about recently about the news about Leon Bailey and his move to Aston Villa, but before we talk about the Premier League, which actually starts tomorrow, I figured let's talk about something different. Let's talk about Jamaica and the latest things that have been happening. So, the FIFA rankings. Jamaica has slipped 5 places in the August edition of the FIFA World Rankings. Jamaica has slipped from 45th in the world to 50th. This 5-place drop comes as a result of our 1-0 losses to Costa Rica and the United States in the CONCACAF Gold Cup. Costa Rica were actually ranked 50th before the Gold Cup, and the reason why they have leapfrogged Jamaica is because of the victory that they had over Jamaica. So this is the reason why we have fallen in the rankings. And not only that, we've slipped from 3rd to 4th in CONCACAF in the FIFA rankings, because Costa Rica has now moved up to 44th in the world and Jamaica is now 50th in the world. Mexico continues to lead in CONCACAF in the FIFA rankings at 9th, and the United States are 10th. 2 CONCACAF teams in the top 10. 2 CONCACAF teams in the top 10. Can you imagine that? Wow. 2 CONCACAF teams in the top 10. That is quite intriguing, compelling, enthralling. So that's good news from that perspective. Now, a lot of people get confused by the FIFA rankings and also the CONCACAF rankings index. Remember that the CONCACAF rankings index is a system that is separate from the FIFA rankings. The CONCACAF rankings index is a system that is used for points and seedings for regional matches and competitions. So these are seedings used for the CONCACAF Nations League, the Gold Cup, and other regional competitions. Seedings are even done at youth level as well. Even at youth level, seedings are done as well. So that's something for us to bear in mind and grind our teeth into, as that's another element to proceedings. Yes, indeed. So, now that we have looked at the FIFA rankings, now, what have our Jamaicans been doing internationally? Well, it's been goals, hasn't it? Ravel Morrison goal against Salford City in the League Cup for Derby County. Devon Speedy Williams scoring a brace for Miami FC against the Pittsburgh Rebounds. Kennard Forbes scoring one of the goals of the USL this season. That volley. Brilliant. Absolutely brilliant. Kennard Forbes scoring for Pittsburgh against Miami. Junior Flemings and Nico Brett scoring for the Birmingham Legion. Yeah. Against Sporting Kansas City's second team. Sporting Kansas City's second team is home to Roger Smith, another Jamaican-born player. Javanese finding the target. Leon Bailey finally putting on the claret and blue. So it's good news, isn't it? It really, really is good news. So that's something that we can be content about, something that we can really be happy about the performances of our Jamaican players. You all know that Liam Moore scored in the championship recently for Reading, and tomorrow being Friday, the English Premier League begins. Yes, the English Premier League begins. Can you imagine that? Wow. Impressive, isn't it? And before we get to the English Premier League, ladies first. Firstly, like up this video, guys. Secondly, our girls have been doing fantastically well. Chiena Matthews scoring, Kayla McCoy signing for Rangers, and tomorrow, Tiffany Cameron begins her journey at FC Yor in the Hungarian Premier League, one of the best leagues in women's football. Tomorrow she'll be making her debut for a new club. Pre-season she had 4 goal contributions in 4 games. So that's something that is outstanding from her perspective. Once you have a player that can find the back of the net or provide the ball to somebody that can do that, then for me, you have a player that is worthy of praise, recognition, a player that is able to do the goods, supply the goods. So I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be a wonderful journey, and I see this as a wonderful step in the chapter of her career. She's essentially approaching her peak, and that's why I think that this is such a critical time now for Tiffany. If Bunny's not there, who's going to score the goals? Tiffany Devona Cameron. Remember the name. So the English Premier League commences tomorrow, and it's Brentford against Arsenal. And we all know who play for Brentford, right? Yeah, Ethan Pinnock. In central defence, Reggae Boy. And who plays up top for Brentford? The quote-unquote tap-in merchant, Ivan Toney. And guys, he was not holding a Jamaican flag after Brentford got promoted. It was a St. Vincent and the Grenadines flag, a Vincentian flag. So Ivan Toney, Ethan Pinnock. Ivan Toney wants to follow in the footsteps of what Calvin Phillips did, so he'll realize that the competition for places with Marcus Rashford, Harry Kane, Jadon Sancho, Phil Foden, Dominic Calvert-Lewin, and still in front of him, Ollie Watkins, Callum Wilson. So if he's going to break into that pool, Tony is going to need to be one of the top 3 scorers in the league. He's going to have to stand out, and it can't be via penalties. It has to be something else. My predictions for the Premier League. I don't want Chelsea to win it, but I've predicted Liverpool to come 4th, Manchester City 3rd, Manchester United 2nd, Chelsea to win. What are your thoughts? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. What are your top 4 predictions? How will the Jamaicans go on in the Premier League this season? This is the first time that we're going to see a Jamaican-born player in the Premier League since 2012. Ricardo Fuller and Ricardo Gardner. Ricardo Gardner, Bolton, Ricardo Fuller, Stoke City. Exciting times ahead, isn't it? I think there's reason for optimism. There's reason for us to think positively, and it's time for us to enjoy the journey. It's a journey that's going to take us to fantastic places, and I firmly believe that with what we have set up, that Andre Gray at Watford, Leon Bailey, Aston Villa, Ethan Pinnock at Brentford. Who knows? Jamal Lowe might leave Swansea and end up at a team in the Premier League. That's a real possibility. All things for us to consider. Do I think one of those Jamaicans will get relegated? I hope not. I hope not. Watford do need a bit more quality, but I reckon 17th is realistic for them. Then Bailey and Aston Villa. It wouldn't surprise me to see them come 8th or 9th in the league. 7th maybe? Europa League football. That is not beyond all imaginations for me. It's going to be nice to see him in that environment in Birmingham, with the Jamaican diaspora in the West Midlands. You're going to see a whole heap of Jamaican flags in the stands, trust me, because Jamaican supports Villa. Yeah. Not a lot support West Brom. If there's a Midlands club that Jamaican supports, it's Aston Villa, Birmingham City, Wolves. Not many people support West Brom in the Midlands area. Walsall, Coventry, yeah. But when he goes to the Midlands, like, the way that they're going to talk to is a bit like this, like. So if you listen to Jack Grealish and the way that he talked to the Euros, he's going to tell you that it's been a fantastic season. So the way that he talks, it's a bit sounding like this, like. So that's the way you're going to hear the people in the Midlands talk to Leon Bailey, and the way they're going to pronounce his name is Leon Bailey, all the way up from Aston Villa, like. So it's going to be like that. It's going to be just like that. Leon Bailey, father. That's the word. Or the word they say. And now it's your time, Reggae Boyz fans. Let me know your thoughts in the comments below about Leon Bailey. How do you view all of this? How do you view how the Jamaicans will do in the English Premier League? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below, and we'll touch on that as well. World Cup qualifiers on the horizon as well. It's official now. If you're a fan, a Reggae Boyz football fan, and you want to go and watch the Reggae Boyz play at home in the World Cup qualifiers, then you are going to have to be vaccinated. Media, fans, officials, volunteers, you're going to have to be vaccinated. So you decide, Reggae Boyz fans. You want to support them from the telly at home and sit down on your couch for the next 8 months? Or do you want to be at the stadium? You all know where I am. I haven't missed a home game since 2004. 2003, sorry. I have not missed a home game since 2003. March 2003 against Martinique Gold Cup qualifier. I haven't missed a home game in 18 years. I catch a few on the road. A few. But I haven't missed a home game in 18 years. 18 years. Where will you be? Where will you be? I've catched a Gold Cup overseas, Cup of America, a couple of friendlies, Caribbean Cup. Can anyone better that in this chat? 18 years. I haven't missed a home game. What about you? Let me know your thoughts in the comments below. Top Striker says, Wagwan. Wagwan. Davian McClary says, "Oh, good night. Are you related to Gareth McClary?" Black Swan TV says, "Up." Top Striker says, "Saw Jordan Cousins play in the Carabao Cup and put away a penalty. He's a decent player." He is a decent player. He is. As I said, my only concern is that at times he picks up a lot of yellows, but you have to do what you have to do, don't you? Melvin Levy says, "Big up Simon." Big up Melvin. Devon Smith says, "I can't hear you." Really? It's very sad. Nicoy Durant says, "Kaheem Parish." Well, his name is Paris. Kaheem Parish is doing good in Slovenia. Just an update for you guys. Should have some details for you tomorrow. Well, by tomorrow we should have the news about Ronaldo Biggs that is signing for MK Domžale in the Slovenian Premier League, signing from Racing in St. Catherine in Jamaica. So can listen out for that. Ronaldo Biggs is going to do medical and put pen to paper tomorrow for Racing, for the MK Domžale from Racing FC. What's happening with Kemar Roof? Nothing. Ian Campbell says, "Blessings, Simon." Karumi Huey says, "Big up Mr. Preston." Big up Big Coach. What is Bailey's jersey number? Karumi Huey says, "What we learned from the Gold Cup?" We learned that we still have a few pieces to add to the puzzle. Simon, on a serious note, do you think Tapa can take us to the World Cup? Not by himself. Not by himself. Halftime TV says, "Big up, bro. Big up, Narando. Big up yourself. Always a pleasure, man." Winston Fallon says, "Bailey is 31. Oh, number is 31. Yeah. Look at Patrick Bamford and how many goals he scored and didn't get called. Patrick Bamford, Darren Bent. Lots of players have scored plenty of goals and still haven't received a call-up for England. Yeah, I mean, Bent has got a few stints of call-up, but Bent has been top scorer of the league and hasn't played at a major tournament for England. Halftime TV. Yeah, Jamaican born Reggae Boy, yeah. Come on, Narando. With the defensive improvement at United, we're going to concede less goals. And I foresee United remaining a top 2 team next season. Honestly. Rashford might be out for a while, but we have Edinson Cavani. Give it to Eddie Cavani. Just pass him the ball and watch him score all the goals. Give it to Eddie Cavani. Just pass him the ball and he will score all the goals. And then you have Tony Marshall. He came from France. The English press said he had no chance. 50 million down the drain. Tony Marshall scores again. And then you have Bruno. He came from Sporting like Cristiano. Bruno. He came from Sporting like Cristiano. He goes left, he goes right. He makes defenders look. He's a Portuguese magnifico. And there's many more. Many more. If you're in charge of the Reggae Boyz, what system, approach, and what type of players you'll be looking at? As it relates to the senior team, I've maintained that we should play to our strengths and play to our best. And 4-3-3 for me, based on the type of players and the caliber at our disposal, 4-3-3 I think would be most natural for us. Although we know 4-4-2 is the most simple, straightforward system to play in football, I still believe that 4-3-3 suits us best. And I'm the type of individual that would have one holding midfielder, not two. Tapa, going back to 2014 World Cup qualifiers, had Marvin Elliott and Rudolph Austin as holding midfielders. You're not going to create much with two holding midfielders, are you? Not at all. So we can't play two holding midfielders. If we're going to play two deep midfielders, one of them has to be like a deep line playmaker, but not two destroyers. What are they going to create? And to this day, people are saying Jermaine Beckford is the worst player to ever play for Jamaica. Have they ever seen Lenny Dennis? Jordan Cousins played a great game against Hull City. Hopefully he can continue his form. Hope so too. Simon, can you give me tips for FPL this season? I'm fairly new to FPL, says Stephen Ramdean. The key is to listen to all the press conferences of all managers in the league. By being able to do that, you'll get to know the tips as to which players are out, which players are in for the upcoming game week. Don't go with your emotions. Like if you support Chelsea, don't pick 3 Chelsea players. Go with players that you know will score goals or create assists. So leave out emotions. Ben Foster, the cycling goalkeeper, predicted Watford to finish 13th. Yeah, I know top star. I know who Ben Foster is. Ben Foster was one of my favourite goalkeepers, English goalkeepers. So, Kane Paris should get a call up for the World Cup qualifier, said Nicoy Durant. Paris has been doing well. They've been doing well. Chadwick Nelson says, I think he'll explode in the EPL. I've watched Villa play and I think he fits perfect. I think so too. Do you ever wear those jerseys in the background or are they just decoration? I wear them, yes. I wear this one sometimes. Here's the thing though, but I've lost 116 pounds. So all of these jerseys are, well, most of them are like 2X or extra large. And that is big for me because I now wear a large. So most of these jerseys are massive on me now. In terms of what I do wear, well, this is a large. This one is a large, so I wear this sometimes. This one. As you guys know, Mariappa is 5'9", so he wears a medium. And medium, for me, in football jerseys is tight. Not my fault. I'm 6'5", Mariappa's 5'9", so... But for the most part, they are just decoration. I do wear Jamil Matt's jersey from time to time. Daniel Gordon's, not anymore, that's an extra large and I'm a large. This is a rugby jersey. Rugby sevens jersey, so yeah. J. Ross says, up Simon, update on Aaron Skywalker, Peters, Nathan Redmond, Jason Johnson, Clark Harris. No. Sean, bless TV Sport, Manchester United. Bless up yourself, McJenna. Big up yourself. Avoid Griffith says, Bailey 31. Yannick Davis says, Rebel, Morrison and Derby are really going to have to fight to stay in the championship. It's going to be a long, hard season. If they come fourth from bottom, they've done well. Why did you say McClary was poorly treated by the JFF? Well, if you look back, you'll see that he was promised to be called up at the 2019 Gold Cup, and then at the last minute he was taken out. Simon, I really believe Kemar Roof and Antonio will be coming to play for Jamaica. I have to see that before I believe. Yeah, I believe that they'll be coming for Jamaica. I believe that Antonio for sure will be in the Mexico game, and we'll see Roof at some point later in the qualifiers. Pastor Clybo says, good evening, Simon, how are you? I'm doing well, thanks. Psalms 37 verse 4 says, take exquisite delight in Jehovah, and he will grant you the desires of the heart. So, I'm good. Yannick Davis says, we are yet to see the best team take the field. Jamal Lowe and Bailey on separate wings. Okay. Where does Bobby Reed play? Do you think Ethan Pinnock will take one of the CB starting positions? For the Mexico game, no. Not for the Mexico game. I think it's going to be Liam Moore and Damien Lowe. Pastor Clybo says, I believe Bailey will spend 3 years at Villa before being snapped up by one of the bigger clubs. In 3 seasons, if he still hasn't stamped his authority, then he'll be at Villa for much longer. But yeah, in 3 years, I definitely think a Europa League team at minimum could snatch up his services. You lost more than £100 with exercise and diet alone. I lost £116 by doing 2 things. I eliminated carbohydrates from my diet, and I played football twice a week. So, no carbohydrates I ate for a year and a half straight. No bread, no rice, no pasta. I had 2 things, protein and vegetables. Protein and vegetables, and lost over £100. So, yeah, and you guys can look back at my videos from previous years and see how my face looks different compared to then now. My cheeks used to look like so. I know it is what it is right now. Yeah. The system that I use was, I wouldn't say unorthodox, but it's not a system that everybody uses quite often. I practiced something called intermittent fasting. So what I did essentially was eat one meal a day. It's called the OMAD, one meal a day. And in that one meal a day, I would eat protein and vegetables, protein and vegetables. Mostly protein, but essentially, yeah, it was along those lines. And like I said, I play football twice a week. At a push 3 times a week. And I drink water. I don't drink soda, juices. Rarely I drink coffee, but yeah, water, 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 water. Do you think Gold Cup helped Junior Flemings? I think it helped his confidence big time. The thing is now, can Junior Flemings be that player where he moves from here to here? He's already established himself. He's already showed what he can do in a sense of being able to score goals in the United Soccer League. So the question is this. Is he ready for Scandinavia? Is he ready for the championship? Because for me, he's ready for the next step. %. He's ready. He's ready for the next step. Sir Davids, what's up, Simon? Do you think the team is now bigger than Tapa? Bigger? I don't think any player is bigger than the country. No player is bigger than the country. Adam McGregor, how are you doing, my brother? After the live, send me a WhatsApp. I have something to share with you, my friend. All right, it's important, okay? So after the live, we talk, okay? Very, very important. Reggae Boyz fans are wondering what's going on here. It's football related for sure. Can't wait for the Mexican match with Ravel and Antonio. Yeah, I think they're straight flights from England to Mexico, so Ravel shouldn't have a problem with getting to Mexico. He shouldn't. He shouldn't have that sort of problem at all. If Roof is going to come in the middle of the qualifier, he can stay. He don't believe in Jamaica. Of course he believes in Jamaica. I'm just not sure about his fitness scenario, that's all. You're taking Javane Brown to Mexico as top striker. Personally, I would take him to Mexico. If whether West Harding has his Jamaican passport or not, I'm taking him to Mexico. Yes, sir. Fleming needs to elevate his Travis. We all know that. Not to belabor the weight loss topic, but you are currently consuming. You're asking, am I currently consuming carbohydrates? Do you No. No, I'm not currently consuming carbohydrates. No, I'm not. Outside, as I said, protein and vegetables, outside of that, I eat legumes. So peanuts, almonds, pistachio. So I don't, no bread, no rice, no pasta. Do you consider yam? Well, I haven't eaten yam in a long time, but no carbs at all. And remember, as you know, with this scenario, if you don't have any money in your wallet, where do you go? You have to go to your bank account, right? So just like with the body, if you don't have any carbs or stored sugar in your body is going to pull for the fats, which is the reserves or the bank account of your body for energy. So it's essentially taking that weight, that energy, and in a sense you're losing weight. Pinnock is the best central defender in Jamaica. Well, he's not in Jamaica right now. Devon Solomon is the best central defender in the local Premier League, but I understand your point. Phil Jones says, yo, Simon, no carb diet works wonders. I'm telling you. It makes a massive difference, I'm telling you. Guys, you just have to stay consistent and stay focused on a goal. Damian Brown's 9 says, I have high hopes for what the girls, but not for the boys. Really? I have high hopes for the girls too. The the men, it really depends on how we start. We can get 4 points from our first 3 games. I'll say, okay, we got something cooking. We'll see with him. Yeah, we'll see. I have to beg my wife to get off of it. She's shrunk. You see what I'm saying? Yeah, guys, trust me. And guys, don't drink no juice and tea and coffee and this and that. Water. Drink water. You'll see the difference. Fascinating. A Jamaican not eating rice, dumpling, patty, cereal, and bread. I know, right? I just went on a mission in 2019 and changed, yeah. Nigel Smith said Jamaica is lack a style of play. That's our problem. Xavier Wilkie says, hi Simon. I think we have the quality players. We just need to find that right side of chemistry with a good bench. The coach needs to have program and formation which any player fit in and play. That'll be key. When the squad's dropping for the September 2 games at the end of August, why we cannot get 9 points? Because the games are going to be played in a space of 6 days. 3 games in a space of 6 days. Of course, 9 points is what we're going to be targeting, but it's a tough ask to get 9 points in 3 games. Tough ask. Really tough ask. If we get 6 points, I'll say yes. If we get 6, 7 points, I'll say yes. If we get 4 points, I'll say, alright, cool. Anything less than 4 points, campaign stop. But David Nicholson says, Simon, O'Neill Fisher is a liability. We know this. He is partially responsible for all 4 goals conceded in Saudi Arabia. He was also a SofaScore lowest rated player in the MLS last season. I know. What type of vegetables do you eat, Simon? And a protein. Type of vegetables? Lettuce, broccoli, cabbage, pak choy. And protein, chicken, shrimp, fish, lobster, sausage, beans, tuna, salmon, sardine, yeah, egg, salami. David Nicholson, he constantly gets very low ratings, below 6.5. Yeah, I know. Hear that Jeff is working to get some top players from England, and how true is that? Well, of course, Emil Smith Rowe is a player that they like, and so does Keela Taylor Hart, but it's not realistic for the September games. Based on your video yesterday, fan favorite McGee needs to board that plane. Okay. Adam McGregor says the best part about playing in the first match away to Mexico is that there will be no spectators, right, Simon? Yes, Mexico is being punished for their actions, so there'll be no spectators for that game against Mexico. So, empty stadium. So, let's go out there. Let's make an impression. I don't think there's any fear of going to that Azteca like there might have been 2 decades ago. So, it's all about going there and executing. No, I genuinely feel that we can beat Mexico. If we're going to make it top, I'll need to listen to his partner Paul Hall, not behave like an egomaniac. Sean Sutherland says, I think if we beat Mexico, we're going to get all points in September. It could be, because that momentum will carry over into Kingston and carry over into San Jose. Thoughts on the USA now ranked 10th and Jamaica now ranked 50th. Well, Jamaica dropping the 5 places are quite simple. We lost to Costa Rica, who was ranked 50th and has moved up to 44th. Lost to Costa Rica 1-0, and we lost to the United States in the quarterfinals 1-0 as well. So that's the reason for our 5-place slip. No margin for error. No more margin for error, because we're literally sitting on the borderline in terms of getting players the opportunity to apply their trade in Europe and getting that work permit situation sorted out. So we can't slip any lower than that. I envision a day where I see Jamaica ranked as one of the top 20 ranked teams in the world. I don't think that is beyond our imagination. RS is 27th in the world. I don't think it's unrealistic of us to one day say we're 20th in the world, or we're one of the top 20 teams in the world. We're not there yet, but I envision a day where we can see that. Hopefully Dwayne Atkinson is part of that resurgence. Christopher Pearson, Dwayne Atkinson, Ronaldo Robinson. Hopefully those players are part of that journey. Shaniel Thomas, perhaps, because we have some good quality youngsters, honestly. Quality. Have you ever critiqued a player or coach who became upset with you? Loads of times. Loads of times. USA is not 10th material. Well, guess what? The FIFA rankings, many people have question marks about it. Many people have question marks. Why is Brazil still 3rd in the world? England just went to a European Championship final and is still 4th. Still 4th in the world. Really? Should be much higher than that. France is still in the top 10 for some reason. So, it is what it is. Imagine where we would have been ranked if we won the Gold Cup. Yep. Much higher. Much higher. Much higher. Johnson Clark Harris deserves a call up. We know this. USA plays quality football. Their style of play wins them games. They grind out results. That's what they do. They grind out results, and it's no surprise to see how they've carried out. It's not the most pleasing on the eye, but as I say, they get the results. Well, jersey number William really wearing looks like 31, and as you all know, 31 is a legendary number in Jamaica. We saw Anand Delo wear it. Many Gold Cups, a couple of Gold Cups. 2003 Gold Cup, 2003 Gold Cup against Guatemala. He scored that left foot. Orange Bowl Stadium, Miami. So, yeah. That's the reality of the situation, everyone. That is how the thing's set up. That is how everything has been set up. Time for the clown coach to reevaluate his coaching. Me? Are you calling me a clown? Travis, come on, I'm not a comedian. Don't call me a clown. Yo, you need to make a fantasy league. I don't know how to make a fantasy league, but I'll probably just send a link on my Twitter in terms of a league that you all can join. Alright guys, I'll send a link of a league that you guys can join. Probably do that. Simon, I'm talking Tupper. I know, I'm just pulling your leg, sir. I'm just pulling your leg. I know. You know, guys, I'm Marty McCoy. Just wish we'll get a quality CDM and a right back. Kevin Stewart, Jordan Cousins, Anthony Grant. One of those three or two of those three you should see at the Azteca. Right back, probably Wes Harding. Bailey's jersey is up for sale. That's good. The Jamaican national team has outgrown Tupper. Guys, I've told you guys my opinion on this from 2016, alright? I told you this from 2016. The Red Devils for the EPL title, you heard it here first. I hope so, you know. I hope so. Listen to the song Lingard. I be feeling like I'm Jesse Lingard. The song bad, trust me. Listen to it, it bad. We can beat any other team, Simon. It wasn't the best showing at the Gold Cup, but goal scoring was the worst part for us. Fix the midfield, goal scoring and chemistry, and we'll get great results. How many goals will Leon Bailey score this year, Sir Simon? 10 goals in all competitions. 10 goals in all competitions for Leon Bailey once he's staying fit, healthy, and COVID-free. 10 goals in all competitions. I'd go for Grant and Stewart. So would I. Villa winning the league. I'm not a United fan again. What? Travis, you're a sellout. You're a sellout. No, Aston Villa's not winning the Premier League. They're not going to finish top 4 either. They're not going to finish top 4. Trust me. They're not going to finish top 4. A lot of work for Aston Villa to do, but they're not going to do that. The journey begins, eh? Less than a month from now, the World Cup qualifiers will get into high gear. And as you all know, in a short space of time, we'll be able to see the English Premier League. Let's see how Ethan Pinnock will do against Arsenal. I'm predicting a Brentford victory over Arsenal. Yes, it's their first game in the top flight, but I have a lot of respect for Arsenal, but there's nothing that inspires me about them anymore. They can lose to anybody and beat anybody. Simon, how about a back three for the first game? I would do a back three against Costa Rica, but not against Mexico. What's next if we don't qualify for the World Cup? 2026. Bring in Darren Moore, bring in Chris Powell. With Wes Harding at right back and Taxi at left back, says George Stone. Yep, that could work. If Jamaica is going to go far and World Cup qualifying, it's going to be an individual talent and chemistry. Yeah, we do have chemistry, we know that. Simon, what's up with Redmond? His parents are Jamaican and still haven't got his passport. He's on the fence, my friend. He's on the fence. Ravel and Johnson and Grant as our midfield three. I love that. I love that 100%. But Speedy Williams is going to play some point in the qualifiers. So it might mean Anthony Grant, Speedy, and Ravel. That might be the midfield three. That might be the midfield three. So we'll have to see how things go where that is concerned. Yeah? So where those elements are, Speedy is going to play at some point. And up top, it's toying with the idea of Leon Bailey, Kemar Roof, and Mikel Antonio. That's the idea that is being toyed about. Like I said, I've had communication with the coach, Mr. Campbell, so I can tell you what I've been told. So you can't tell me what or what not to say, but I can tell you that Speedy is part of their plans. Up the Villa this weekend, hail Simon. Aston Villa versus Watford. Big game, that's, big game. With the personnel we have, I think 3-5-2 in your opinion. I understand why you say that, 100%. And defensively, we're going to be extremely solid with that. Because we're going to cover more space horizontally. And it's going to be harder for teams to press us. And we also have more points in attack. Because we're going to have 3 genuine players that are good on the ball. We're going to clog the middle. So there's loads of benefits for that. Loads of benefits. So I understand, coach. And I respect that. And I just personally feel that the 4-3-3 is something more fluid and more something that we know. Bailey to score in his debut, says Nicoy Durant. Okay. Will he be rooting for Villa over every club except United? Depends on where my FPL team and who's in my FPL team. Depends. I really believe that Corey Burke is our version of Zardes. Corey Burke and Mikel Antonio should be coming off the bench and running at some tired legs in Azteca. That could work. Antonio will be available for the qualifiers. We know this, Mr. Coyne. If we're going to the Azteca with wholesale changes to the roster and capping a bunch of new players, we'll get beat. We gave a lot of debuts the last time we were at the Azteca and we got a 0-0 draw in a game we should have won. So, yeah, we gave Gareth McClare a debut, we gave Theo Robinson a debut, we gave Joey McAnuff his first cap in 11 years, we gave Marvin Elliott his first ever World Cup qualifier. We played a changed back four. DeMar Phillips left back, we had Jermaine Taylor right back,
We know central defense was Nugsy and Naps. So yeah. Michael Thomas says, big up Simon, love your Reggae Boyz commentary. Thank you very much. Really appreciate it. Guys, we have surpassed 11,000 subscribers. Don't forget to give this video a massive thumbs up. Give this video a like, as we have surpassed 11,000 subscribers. We're pushing for 20k. Come on, guys, come with me on this journey. Like I said, I know every single one of the elements that you told me to improve on, and I'm working on it, and I'm going to get there. I'm building something special here, guys. Trust me. I'm building something special now. We're going to go places one day. I'm telling you. I'm telling you guys, we're going to do some absolutely fantastic things. And you all know, for credibility, this is where you come. Not speculation, not half-truths, but the absolute facts. The absolute facts. I guarantee that for all of you. King Javidon says, I wouldn't go as far as to say we should have won that Mexico game. No, we should have won that game. I disagree with you. We should have won that game in 2013. Look at the chance Ryan Johnson had. Look at the chance Theo Robertson had. Okay? Look back at the genuine goal-scoring opportunities. We had the best of them. Ryan Johnson had a one-on-one. Joby McAnuff had an empty net, and still he found the goalkeeper. So, I disagree with you there, my friend. We should have won that game. 2 points dropped. 2 points dropped. If you want to disagree with me, fine. But I'm not supporting you where that is concerned. We should have won that game. We should have won that game. And that would have set us up well. We should have set... Mexico might have had the bulk in terms of possession, but we had the clear-cut opportunities in the game. But like I said, I'm not arguing. This is just my opinion. And this is what I saw. What the data analytics show. And if you guys know about XG, XG means expected goals. So if you have an XG of 2.7, that means you are expected to score 3 goals based on the quality chances that you got. And Jamaica had an XG of 1.9, which means that Jamaica, based on the quality of the chances that they got, should have scored 2 goals. And Mexico's XG was 0.86, which means they should have scored 1 goal. Yeah. Robson says, this cycle reminds me a lot of 2014. Players got to the Hex and we claimed those players wasn't good enough anymore. There's some good players in the Hex though, to be honest with you. But like I said, we'll call up these players in the final round of qualifying and not the semi-final round. And Nick Davis says, I think USA has a stronger team than Mexico. What do you think? Stronger team? Probably a better team, but not a stronger team. Ray Baba says, I have a strong feeling some of these overseas-based players will not play for Jamaica until they see certain levels of professionalism. True. Simon Tapper and his field core players aren't going nowhere, and you know this, but afraid to say it. I'm not afraid to say it. I've said this for how long? If you go back to some of my first videos on this channel in 2016, you would have seen my thoughts about the coach. Xavier Wilkie says, yes, I watched the match. We should have won that game. Yeah. Looks like that comment was deleted, I guess. Okay. Right now, Kwesa, Chong, and Atkinson better than him. Okay, then. Thoughts on only vaccinated fans at home games? I'm in support of it. I'm in support of it. I want to be back at the stadium. I got my second dose of the vaccine last month. I'm good. I'm ready to go. And all being well, I'll be at all 7 home games for World Cup qualifying. All being well. Hopefully. God spares my life. So, yeah, I have no problems with it at all. You can. Like I said, I'm cool with it. So the anti-vaxxers are just going to have to suck it up. Move on. Zeus Cohen says, Jamaica will qualify for the World Cup with a good crop of players. Okay. All right. Confidence is key. That's my FPL name. Confidence is key. And I finished 4th in Jamaica last year and 5,000th in the world, over 7 million players. So my FPL tip for you all is this. Think Luke Shaw. Think Harry Maguire. And think Lukaku. Think about that. What about the lad from Switzerland who plays right back? Any updates on him? The JFF hasn't reached out to him, and if you haven't reached out to a player, then he's not going to play until you reach out to him. You have to do the research and reach out to him, get his contact information and all of that. But yeah, like I said, he is interested in playing for Jamaica. Obviously, the JFF has to reach out to him to sort out everything, and the JFF are yet to reach out to him. So that is the scenario with Alan Arigoni at Grasshoppers. Reggae Boyz fans, thank you so much for tuning in to another video on this channel. Any update on James Justin? No, because nobody has reached out to him. Nobody has reached out to James Justin. Nobody. Absolutely nobody has reached out to James Justin. So, it is what it is. Reggae Boyz fans. Xavier Wiki says, I watched the match. Joby's chance is the best of the match. I think we drop out with the same points as Mexico. No, we dropped out with 5 points. What you're thinking about is the 2010 FIFA World Cup qualifiers in the semi-final round where we had 10 points and they had 10 points and they had a superior goal difference to us. David Nicholson says, what do you mean by toyed? Toyed about in terms of roof. I never said anything about toyed about in terms of roof. Does the coaching staff want to use him, Antonio and Leon up top? Yes. Yes. That is the intention. 4-2-3-1 is the best formation for the Reggae Boyz, says Nicoy Durant. That is a formation that is being considered for away games in the World Cup qualifiers. That is being thought about for away games in the World Cup qualifiers. So you all can put that in mind. It's possible for the away games. So we might play 2 holding midfielders on the road, but not at home. So that's something for us to consider as time progresses throughout the course of the World Cup qualifiers. Underrated, but watch when this bus quote by Damien Lowe. What do you think this means? Could mean that he's going to a bigger club. That's what it could mean. So Reggae Boyz fans, thank you so much for tuning into another video on this channel, another live. If you haven't already, check out the series, Is He on the Plane? I talked about every single player. Go check out that series. I've updated the playlist so you guys can watch that, okay? I've updated the playlist so you can see about all the players I've talked about. From Andre Blake to Leon Bailey to Daniel Johnson to Damien Lowe to Maria. I've spoken about everybody and if they make the plane for the World Cup qualifiers. Check it out, guys. Honestly, check it out. It's a really, really, really good video. Alright, guys? Don't forget to like this video. Alright? Don't forget to leave your thoughts in the comments below as well. Don't forget to subscribe for more on Reggae Boyz commentary. Over 11K and we're moving for more, guys. Trust me, it's gonna be fun. It is, trust me.